Hey folks, I'm going to show you how to protect your outboards while fishing from scratches, dents, and bait stain. Stay tuned. Okay, what I'm going to show you today are outboard covers by Ocean South, and they make outboard covers. What's unique about these outboard covers is you use them while you're running. They're vented so they can go over your motors, and you can run them all day. Has no effect on the cooling or the taking in of air for your motors. So I'm going to show you how to put these on, and then Chef Mike's going to show you how he uses these to prevent any damage to our motors. So before we get started, we're on the Grady White 33 Express. It came equipped with Yamaha 350s. These are 2008 models. The motors have been painted several times. Most recently, we had the whole boat all gripped Grady White, and I had the motors, at least the cowls, actually painted as well so it matches the boat. Now, what's happened in the past, we've had a couple of run-ins with that dock. Mike, you want to get a picture of that dock? Where we nailed the corner of it. And most recently, also last year, we had some very furious days out on the wreck fishing and tuna grounds, and these motors were getting dinged up with the lead or the bucktails. And also Chef Mike, with the chunk, we had chunks all over the motor. So this is a solution to that. You can run all day. You don't have to worry about protecting your motors, especially these that have been painted, and it cost a lot of money to get these painted. Okay, one thing I do before I put the motor covers on is I like to spray them down with fresh water. It doesn't say to do this, but I think it's a good idea. This way I don't get any kind of salt scratches or anything on the top coat or the engine painted. So we'll just spray this down real quick. And then I'm going to go to the next step, which is basically I'm going to tilt the motor up. So I'll tilt the motor up, not all the way, because I have to work back here. And I'll grab a cover. Now there's obviously a front and a back to it. And the front's got these cords to tie them down. Real simple. But the most important part is that the vent here, this vent, matches your engine vents. Okay, so it's just a matter of fitting this on here as straight as you can get it. It's not about the look, it's about the protection. Okay, so once it's seated, you just want to straighten it out as best as you can. Chef Mike and I rode with these things. They really don't move much at all. I'm going to tighten up these bungees here a little bit. So I just like to make sure it's nice and neat, looks good. The most important part here is that this vent cover or vent screen is exactly where your vents are. The engines need to breathe. Okay, that's not bad. Now I'll put my engine back down. Okay, so the last step is to pull this. It's like a bungee cord, but it snaps into the opposite side, just to strap it down real nice and tight. So just pull on the cord. We'll go in one side, come back out. That's it. That's all there is to it. Make sure everything's snug, that the folds are out. Engine cover looks good. We're ready for a day of fishing.
So let's face it, folks, whether you have guests in the boat that aren't used to fishing, even ones that are used to fishing like me, I do it in the frenzy of the excitement of catching fish. It's real easy to bang your lead up against the side of the boat. And these covers do a great job in protecting it. Another thing, which I'm famous for, in the frenzy of tuna, especially chumming, I have a tendency to get bait all over the motors, which doesn't please the skipper. This protects it from those oil stains and keeps them looking bright and beautiful, because let's face it, paint jobs aren't cheap. So this has been Chef Mike and Captain Dan with a great tip on how to keep your boat looking sharp. Stay safe out there, practice catch and release, or selective harvest. We'll see you real soon.